Hello P4, right, a little bit more on adjectives today, and we're going to do workbook 65 and student book 79, but first let's have a look at how we do adjectives. Right, so adjectives. When we use an adjective to talk about one thing, and remember, an adjective talks about a noun. When we use an adjective to talk about one thing, we call it a positive adjective. Okay? And then when we're looking at two things and we're comparing two things, then we change the spelling. It's called a comparative adjective. And then, if we're talking about more than two things, the adjective is called superlative. Okay, so we're going to look at this one today, but I'm going to show you the big picture, everything. Now, what's important with adjectives is you understand the word syllable, okay? And a syllable just means how many parts of a word are there when we say the word. So if our adjective is a one-syllable word, like tall, or big, or thin, or fat, or long, or short, then when we're comparing two things, we put ER on the end, and they say than. So A is taller than B, A is thinner than B, A is slower than B, and so on. If we're looking at three things or more, then we'd say A is the tallest. So we put the in front and EST at the end. That's for small words, one-syllable words. Now, if our adjective is a longer word with three or more syllables, like intelligent or beautiful, then for comparative we say more beautiful than. A is more beautiful than B. And for superlative, we would say the most. A is the most beautiful, A is the most intelligent. So that's short adjectives. That's longer adjectives. Now, what about adjectives with two syllables? Well, it gets a bit difficult here. If this adjective has two syllables ending in the letter Y, like happy or heavy, then it follows the rule of A, the one-syllable rule, but we change the Y to an R. So becomes happy becomes happier than, heavy becomes heavier than, funny becomes funnier than. And then for superlative, for more than two, it's the same again as A. The happiest, the heaviest, the funniest. Now for most other two-syllable words, then it's not so easy. Sometimes you can use A and B, but most of the time it follows this rule here, B. But more about that in the future. This is just the big picture. We're just going to look at this one, the comparative, today. So let's go over here first to workbook 65, which we did in class the other day. You finished the jigsaw, so what we've got to do now is use A and B, and we're going to use comparative. So our adjective is slow, comparative, slower than. Heavy, two syllables, heavy. The Y goes to an I, so here you would call this heavier than. So I think we're going to be looking at the two rhinos there, okay? Fast, faster than, big, bigger than, old, older than, and long, longer than. So you're going to do A and B and use those comparative adjectives there. A is faster than B, or B is faster than A, whatever it is, okay? So that's the first part. Now the second part, student book 79, and here look, we're going to listen to the CD, and we're going to listen to information about some pets, okay? So let's play the CD first.
Good morning. I'm here to choose the animals for my zoo.
Please come in. Here we have the snakes. The one in cage A is longer than the one in cage B.
Then I want the snake in cage B, please.
Okay, you also need a cat, right? The cat in cage A is more obedient.
But I like the cat in cage B. Send me cat B, please.
Good. I also have a pair of rhinos.
Wow, they look heavy.
Yes, the rhino in cage A is 950 kilos. The rhino in cage B is only 800 kilos.
Then send me rhino B.
Sure.
A heavier
Now
than B.
look at the turtles. Turtle B is slower than turtle A.
Okay, I want turtle B then.
Good. You're missing an elephant and a lion.
Yes, I like the elephant in cage A. He looks bigger.
Yes, he's bigger than the other elephant.
Fine. Now I need the youngest lion.
Let me check. Lion B is younger than lion A.
Perfect. Please send all the animals to my zoo.
Okay, so let's look then what we've got to do at the bottom here. So here's our adjectives. So one syllable, longer than. So A is longer than B. Big, one syllable. So A, bigger than B. Fast, one syllable. Okay, so we're going to go there. Now, old, one syllable. Older than. Heavy, two syllables with Y, heavier than. But disobedient, dis means not. Not obedient, disobedient, disobedient. 5 syllables, then you're going to have to use more disobedient than. Obedient means you do what you're told, disobedient, you do not do what you're told. So this one would be B, would be more disobedient than A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to use ER, but this one you have to use more. Okay, so comparative adjectives, Workbook 65, Student Book 79.